Just recently, I started watching Studio Ghibli films, and it's such a pity it took me this long to discover them, and God, do I regret not watching them sooner. I have been watching anime for a long time now, but for some reason I was skeptical of anime movies and I never really watched them. Until recently, when I started with Spirited Away, and it was probably one of the most unique and best movies I have watched in a while. The whole experience, to be a bit cliche, was magical. After that, I continued with more of Studio Ghibli movies like Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service, and a lot more Ghibli and non-Ghibli movies as well. But for some reason, Ghibli movies stood out to me like none else. They were constantly good, and I can't exactly put to word how those movies make me feel. But the whole experience watching them, the characters, the design, the tiny details, and most importantly, those silent moments which speak to you way deeper than words ever could. All of it was just amazing. Studio Ghibli, in their movies, mostly focus on characters with motivation that matter deeply to them. It may not be something as grand as saving the world, or beating the bad guys, or heck, even avenging your dead comrades and family. No, their motivation is simple, but it deeply matters to the characters. For example, Shukishima from The Whisper of the Heart feels way more motivated in a movie than 99% of the isekai protagonists could ever feel in their whole ass series. She would stake her health, her future, and even her life for her success. She puts in serious effort and is made to change her way of thinking. Showing instead of telling is something which Ghibli excels at. Like I mentioned before, the silent scenes are one of my favorite aspects of the Ghibli movies. Ghibli movies will never explicitly tell you what's going on in a particular place or time. If the characters don't ask, it's either self-evident or you need to figure it out yourselves. You do not need narration to understand how the door to the Howl's Moving Castle work, nor do you need an explanation of how the two nations are at war. Instead, the characters' thoughts leak out into their body language, and even though it's really hard to show that in an anime movie, Studio Ghibli does it so well and beautifully and makes it look so natural. Atmosphere. A common thing we see in movies is that they take a lot of time to show us what the world is. But Studio Ghibli, on the other hand, focuses its time not so much on what the world is, but instead how the world feels. All the characters just shut up for a moment and you just watch the world go by for a few seconds or so, and it makes you feel what the world is like. And that is some of the most soothing, calming, and memorable moments from the movies. All these moments are so full of life. The characters, the background, the way the music blends in beautifully, even little things like flowing water, it all just feels so natural. Miyazaki is someone who's lived his life to the fullest, and he knows how to translate that into animation. He knows how to write characters who do not feel like they are written to live out a plot, and he knows how to make goddamn enjoyable shows. That's all I had to say about Ghibli. If you haven't watched any anime movies like the past me, you should definitely watch some. And thank you for watching the whole video. And if you are still here, please hit that subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me and help me out a lot. And once again, thank you for watching.